Let's see how I get treated in person. I have no idea what to expect, but I'm extremely angry. And I'm literally walking into a place that has traumatized me and violated my rights. There will be police officers there who do not make me feel safe. There will be already court workers who I've argued with over the phone, who have hung up on me, who have violated my rights. And so I'm at the courthouse. I shaved. They're still throwing me around like a rag doll. Horrible experience. None of them understand it. I'm recording all of it. If anything, I'm showing you and the world what actually happens when you ask for help. And all these people at work and all these people who discriminate me for my autism, for my passion, for my tone, for my anger, for my everything, because it's too much for them. And my only criticism everywhere I go is that I'm fucking too much, and I'm so sorry, because it goes both ways. Okay, it goes both ways. You're not enough. So everybody thinks I'm crazy, but my lawsuits follow a very logical and linear path. It started with the student loans. They would not issue me a doable repayment assistance plan, which eventually forced me into a very vulnerable situation where I couldn't afford a place to live. I ended up getting evicted, and my long-term disability declined my benefits, stating that I was capable to live out of my car and that autism wasn't a disability. I filed a lawsuit against them. They retaliated, starved me into submission, made me wait like 2 years in homelessness, and a whole bunch of other stuff happened. I ended up getting an apartment while filing a lawsuit against my employer and the insurance company, and then also telling the student loans department that they're responsible as well. And perhaps some parties in Ottawa who were negligent and avoided to get involved when it is their duty to do so. So the time in London, as soon as I moved here, I started having problems with my landlord. And I was like, I have no problem suing you too. I've sued a landlord before. I know what my rights are. I told her if she didn't stop, I would take it to the tribunal and we'll deal it with, and the judge can tell her what is appropriate. She didn't like that. She retaliated as well. All of the services that I am entitled to protect me for my rights, such as the police, the health services, and the justice system, and all these things, started to play a very significant role in neglecting this situation and favoring my landlord. Even though and neglecting to look at the evidence as well, and treating me like I was crazy because I was having meltdowns, because I was very traumatized, because there was a lot on my plate at the time. It still is, actually. And I just couldn't believe it. CMAJ was here, and all these people were here, and they were looking to try and find me resolutions, and they looked at everything that I had already done, and they're like, wow, I don't know what else you can do. You've literally done everything. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. That's it. Like, no other solutions. I have all these people, Healthcare Connect, I have all these people looking for these resources that I have been denied, for now, why I'm suing the healthcare system and the education system and the justice system. So those are the three tickets, on top of my employer and the insurance company, which I already won that. It's not that difficult to imagine when you
get over a very traumatic event. My mom is... I'm sorry, I'm talking about it. It's temporary.
Is there anything else you want to say? I don't care.
I'm autistic.
I don't care. I don't care.
Other than having a cigarette in my apartment, what else have I done to deserve you threatening to evict me?
That's the only thing. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. Listen, you can legally smoke in there. I didn't say you couldn't.
sniper last night, so there's not going to be any more. You are not allowed to be doing maintenance on a property at 6 a.m. when the walls are paper thin. Do you realize that? Did you just stick your tongue out? That's all I got. Do you? But the judge is going to tell you that you can't do that. I don't think sticking out your tongue is on the books. No, your reaction. What are you going to do, stick the tongue out at the judge? I just might. She said that she's just going to stick her tongue out at the judge. This is the kind of professionalism we're dealing with. All of our contractors gave me red flags. I mean, doing really crappy shit. Power tools everywhere, nails everywhere, debris. I don't know who trains these people, but I found all these nails on my driving area. Then there's the barbecue, which was basically about to explode, and she still had it hooked up. I asked her for months to remove it, and then she replaced it with this one, which is also rotting, and I'm like, I don't want rust. And then the fan. This is like industrial only. Minimum above grade. So this is supposed to be at least 3 meters above the floor. So in June, she actually tried to run me over. Police were involved quite a bit. I talked to the sergeant, current over there. Explained things. And then after that, she tried to file an eviction notice, saying that she was afraid of me. And all this stuff. All 3 of these things here actually didn't happen at all. Yeah. If you don't mind, I just came to talk to Jan. She sent me a... Jan, can you... I just got your letter from your attorney, and I just wanted to talk to you about your perjury on trying to evict me, saying that you're afraid of me. Keep talking. Okay. So you have 3 notes here, and an eviction notice that you're afraid of me, and I have shown here that you said that somebody else moved out of fear, and I've sent the City of London a recording on all of these incidents to show otherwise. So it's about 3 or 4 weeks that I've had this injury, and she's just winking at me. What is my heart rate? Look at that. She's like... I mean, like, she's just literally coming on site to chop up my shit. Thank you! Thank you for the show! So I guess I just have to laugh now. I can't, I feel less stressed, but this needs to be taken care of, and this needs to stop. Not just for me, but like every single homeowner that thinks that they can make money off of people like me are going to be held accountable to that money. And I fixed the whole front. No thank you? Did you see it? The only thing that's going to fix that front, my darling, is a match. Pardon? Did you just threaten to torch my garden? Whose garden? That's all my property. That's my investment. It's not your property. Give it the... Did you just threaten to torch the front yard? Garden. It's my property. It's not your garden. Okay, I just asked for a thank you for cleaning up the front yard, and she said that she would rather torch it. Like a bordello. Your house now looks like a bordello. Thank you. What's a bordello mean? Can you tell me what a bordello means? Are you being discriminatory towards what I do? Where'd that bordello comment come from? So, at this point, Jan Sadie, I have evidence of your discrimination towards me smoking pot for my autism. You have discriminated me against my autism. You have discriminated me for my love of plants, called me horrible things. You have humiliated me in public multiple times. You have pushed me over the edge into autistic meltdown, which I required an ambulance. I've asked you to tell me when you come by, how long you come by. You violate every single request I've ever made and bend over backwards for every single person in this building but me and make my life very, very difficult. Now, I have evidence saying that you hate me also because I film porn and sell it. And that's the economy's fault. See that? That's water. Like brown, dirty water. Do you know where it's from? That outlet. Every time it rains, this little switch gets reset. And right now, there you go.
On the phone with medical assistants in dying in Canada.
I have a discovery that's about 100 gigabytes big of me trying to get this, all of it. And I've been denied. I want to live. So I'm planning to be euthanized. So can we just move on with that, please? I don't want to talk about my past. You want to get it? There's a fucking OPIP record. Go get it.
Okay, the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that in regards to your condition, I need to have a family doctor or specialist doctor on file. Otherwise, I can't go any further.
Excuse me? You're gonna sit there and tell me there are 7,000 people waiting for a fucking family doctor in London, Ontario.
Okay, so stop swearing.
Oh, you're gonna tell me see, now that's genocide. You telling me I can't swear is genocide. You tell me I don't deserve your services because I'm angry and swearing?
I'm telling you this is what the process
You're telling me I don't deserve your services? Are you telling me I don't deserve your services? Because I'll do it myself! I'm recording this call. I hope you know that.
That's fine.
Yeah, you sound like a fucking asshole. I'm calling a die. You tell me I can't swear? What the fuck is wrong with you? Let me talk to your supervisor. Oh my god. Like, dead inside. Seriously? Oh. That was a call with the Ministry of Health to euthanize me, and she said that, and I snapped. Look at me. I've been looking for a family doctor since 2017, and I'm denied, right? There's 7,000 people waiting in London. And then I swear, and she tells me that I don't deserve to die because I'm swearing. Yeah, that triggered, and she's that dead inside, doesn't even notice, doesn't even know what she's doing. She has no connection to her position. She has no clue what kind of person she is supposed to be on the other end of that line to somebody who is calling to die. This is the capacity of the spirituality of the services within the system. It is genocidal. People expect me to be whatever they want them to be in order to get served. And I'm asking to die and I can't get it. Dear Swiss Parliament, happy Truth and Reconciliation Day. You colonial nations win. I can't do this anymore and I want out, and I have failed 3 times. I'm coming to Austria and emailing all of the country's parliaments that are offering euthanasia. I'm using all the money I have left to fly to Europe to apply for my own peace from this suffering. Please help me understand how to process this application prior to arrival so that it may go as smoothly as possible. I will also like to file lawsuits in France and the UK, and for my estate to continue litigation should my euthanasia proceed before court ends. My proceeds of the case will be donated. It's not about the money. You, alliances of the United Nations, continue to allow this tyranny and active colonization. Just finish the job. I am Métis, royal ancestry, applying for euthanasia in Europe. As the colonial governments completely eroded my culture, destroyed this place, allowed the Canadian system to continue to commit genocide on my people. I am autistic, gay, born homeless by 15, got my degree with sex work, was designing for the Prime Minister, and I faced constant hate and genocide my entire life. The system has stabbed me to a point where I can no longer live, work, or enjoy my life, and I want the system to finish the job. I have survived my suicide 3 times now, and I will need a triple. I'm using the rest of my money to fly to Europe and apply for euthanasia and holding the governments of France, Canada, and the UK and the United Nations personally responsible for avoidable deaths. People like me are dying every day at the age of 12, and we were doing fine before colonial invaders. Autistic life expectancy is 35 because of suicide. Canada is still under active colonization, and France and other colonial nations have done nothing but turn the other way from their active involvement. I am coming to hold the countries responsible and apply to be euthanized, while also filing lawsuits against the entire government in France and the UK. Check my facts. There are so many videos. My Google Drive discovery via email. People tell me it's safe to send. Just check my sites. It's not spam, and I've been treated as such my entire fight. Calling me spam or, is not an excuse to wash your hands of my pain and suffering. I'm going to the media across the world. The media in this country has ignored me, and Canada quietly enjoys the disappearance of people like me. My animosity is valid. I'm recording every single media outlet that actively turns their eye to the story as well. I've told my mom. My mom knows about this. She's in the same sinking boat. She wants to live, but in the same situation. And I did everything I could to avoid this. I cannot keep doing this. I'm sane in this very insane place. I want to go to Europe to see if anything happens as well. Maybe something changes, but I don't think so. So I'm applying for this to make sure it's ready. I do not think the life I imagine for my brothers and sisters will exist in my lifetime. You all know better, and it's still like this. So, what's up?
Hey, so we're here with the landlord and owner of the property here, okay? So they're down there. You can see them.
Yeah.
Okay, because you as a tenant, right, you can put posters, paintings, that kind of stuff up inside your unit, but you can't deface the outside of the structure.
It's just chalk.
Yeah, okay, so they're just gonna be cleaning it off, okay?
Do you mind if I do it?
Do you want to do it?
Because I would rather use rubbing alcohol. Like, she made a mess last time she cleaned it. This is actually Truth and Reconciliation Day. Yeah. The police are here to tell me
yesterday.
to remove.
Today's October 1st. Okay, sure. That's what you want to say.
This is actually Truth and Reconciliation Day. Yeah. The police are here to tell me to remove.
Today's October 1st.
Oh, white guy.
Okay, sure. That's what you want to say.
This is actually Truth and Reconciliation Day. Yeah. The police are here to tell me to remove.
Today's October 1st.
Oh, white guy. Yeah. Hi.
Look at you smiling.
Okay, Aaron, so
Oh my god.
we're gonna do that now,
My
okay?
landlord's smiling.
Yeah. Aaron,
Yeah.
door, right?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, you
So
can
they're
do
here
recording.
to take off the sign. Because this little psychopath over here. Okay, so it's what time? And the landlord just left, had the police come here to wash off my protest on the wall. They, that's right, guys. Okay? She had the police come to wash off the sign. It's like
Door, right?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, you can
They're
do
here
recording.
to take off the sign. Because this little psychopath over here.
Okay.
Okay, Aaron.
Aaron, do you want to close the door then? Or
No,
do you want to wipe
I'm
it
gonna
off
watch
yourself?
it.
Okay, well,
we
they
gotta
need
get to the door. That's
obviously right
behind
here,
you.
right?
What are you guys gonna use?
You're just gonna probably use
It's a
some water
hose.
and soap.
What are you guys gonna use?
Not your tutorial.
The water, some soap, I think, buddy.
It's actually just you
I'm
just
just
need
gonna
running
start spraying.
alcohol.
I got the hose. And
Yeah, they're just gonna use that, bud. So you can step out so they can do it, or
Can you get off? Can you move? Like, you're in my face.
I'm not in your face.
6
You're the one that came out.
6 feet.
Aaron, I'm not moving.
Then move. I need to move.
Oh, you're going down.
I'm coming down and recording it, so like
down,
6
buddy.
feet.
All right, you want to close the door behind you?
This is hilarious. You guys are scum. What's your background?
Italian, buddy.
Right, you deface the outside.
I
of the
put this up for.
property.
This isn't defacing. It's chalk.
Okay. Did you ask permission of your landlord?
Excuse me.
Did you ask
Sidewalk
permission of your
chalk?
landlord?
Sidewalk chalk. It's a marker.
Aaron, you don't own the property. You're welcome to go
It
buy
is
a house
a
and do
marker
what you
that
want
comes
your
off with a
house.
dry.
Okay. So, Aaron,
Get it on record, girl. You sound cracked out. What are you smoking? What are you smoking?
okay, I don't understand.
We're
what you're
going to the
saying.
tribunal about this and you guys.
You said I'm.
What
cracked out,
are
girl.
you smoking, literally?
Okay.
Seriously, that you think that sidewalk chalk. If I was a 6-year-old and painted a heart, I can see like 100 fucking signs. This woman is discriminating, and if you
How
don't
is
see
she
that right
discriminating,
now,
Aaron?
officer, you are smoking some serious fucking oppressive shit.
Oppressive. So
Yeah, you are. You think I'm joking?
I do.
Well, I mean, you guys are all the same. Like people hang together. Like, I'm not worried about this little psychopath
Sorry you
friend's
had to be
comments.
exposed to this,
Well,
but
that's
thank
okay.
you so
I
much.
think
I felt safer with you being here. You can see why. we
Because
needed
I'm
you.
such a threat.
Okay, that's it. Come on, we're done.
Are you excited to put this up online?
Aaron, you put it up online as soon as you're right, pal.
Yeah, but this one is gonna be her grandparent, your grandchildren are gonna be so ashamed
please
of you.
stop threatening my sister.
Your sister,
more.
your children are gonna be so ashamed. They are gonna wish they were in another family. Do you understand that?
I understand
I
exactly
promise
what
that.
you're saying.
And I wish my life on your bloodline.
All right. Get on out.
Do you hear me? So,
This is hilarious.
Thank you, Aaron.
This is a real nice touch. This is a real nice touch, Jan.
Get down there, buddy.
Are you proud of yourself?
Aaron, if you're unhappy here, why don't you just move?
You can still sue.
Oh, you're saying this is my fault?
No, I'm saying you can
Are you
still
blaming
sue
me,
and do
officer?
whatever you want, but if you're not
Are
happy...
you blaming me, officer?
I'm not blaming anyone, officer.
Oh, he just told me why don't I move?
Yeah, you said it was a shithole.
This
so we asked him, why
bitch
don't
is
you
a
move?
fucking psychopath.
If you're native or not, this doesn't make any difference, right? You deface the outside
I
of the
put this up for...
property.
This isn't defacing. It's chalk.
Okay, did you ask permission of your landlord?
Excuse me?
Did you ask
Sidewalk
permission of your
chalk?
landlord?
Sidewalk chalk. It's a marker.
Aaron, you don't own the property. You're welcome to go
It
buy
is
a house
a
and do
marker
what you
that
want
comes
with
off
your
with a
house.
dry...
Okay. So, Aaron,
Get it on record, girl. You sound cracked out. What are you smoking? What are you smoking?
okay, I don't understand
We're
what you're
going to
saying.
the tribunal about this and you guys.
You said I'm
What
cracked
are
out, girl.
you smoking, literally?
Okay.
Seriously, that you think that sidewalk chalk... If I was a 6-year-old and painted a heart, I can see like 100 fucking signs. This woman is discriminating, and if you
How
don't
is
see
she
that right now,
discriminating?
officer, you are smoking some serious fucking oppressive shit.
Oppressive. So
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Because I'm such a threat.
Okay, that's it. Come on, we're done.
Are you excited to put this up online?
Aaron, you're putting up my sister.
Your sister,
No.
your children are going to be so
Yes, please.
ashamed.
Stop.
They are going to wish they were in another family. Do you understand that?
I understand exactly
promise
what you're
that.
saying.
And I wish my life on your bloodline.
All right.
These people just called the police to have chalk taken off my window. That I'm going to put back on. I'm going to put it back on. So I hope you enjoy wasting these officers' times. I will do it in a way that doesn't deface it. I'm going to put signs. I'm going to put them all over the property. You will not get away with this.
Would you
Do you understand?
recommend me coming over without you? Or, I mean, I probably...
It's up to you guys, right?
Officer, you told me I can't touch the wall, right? So
Right? You rent the unit. If you want to put posters up, whatever, inside your place, right?
yeah,
You're more than welcome to.
Oh, I will.
Right?
So then I'll paint it on the inside.
Months you've not paid rent for.
Does that matter?
I'm
Are you saying I
asking
deserve
you.
it?
I'm asking you.
Do you know the whole story?
You're saying you're
Are you
oppressed,
judging it?
but you've
Are
been
you the
not paying
adjudicator?
rent for like a
Are
year and a half.
you the adjudicator? Is this your job?
judging it, you're running.
Okay.
Is this your job?
So you're oppressed by not paying rent for a year and a half.
Is this
I'm just asking you a
your
question, Aaron.
job?
Aaron.
Because I believe your
Just a question.
sergeant would tell you that you're overstepping what you're actually trained for. And I've already had this conversation with
Have
an
you?
officer.
Yeah.
And you are actually being a real big amateur right now. So I
A big
suggest you
amateur,
shut your
yep.
fucking mouth.
Yep. Okay.
Ooh, that was a threat.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron.
I'll touch your sergeant.
Go ahead and talk to them.
So Jan,
Absolutely nothing.
both officers said that I can paint it on the inside of my window.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I have it on record.
No,
you can't
I
change
said
your
if you
mind.
want to put posters up
So
and
I
stuff
can
like
put the
that,
posters up on the inside of my window, and the whole thing will be from the inside, which you cannot touch.
Put things on the inside of his window.
then we'll
I can
signs
put-
up on the outside.
Okay?
Is there anything I can do about that?
Listen how hard she's stopping. No, honey. There you go. Shake the head. Go sit down,
Aaron,
bitch.
you going back inside?
What?
Or you
Go
gonna-
home.
You can't call her
Ah,
bitch, dude.
Well, I
What are you
just
doing?
did.
Hey, you guys need to
What
go
would you
now.
do?
Go inside.
B-I-T-C-H?
You won't be here very long.
All right.
It's up to you guys. right?
Officer, you tell me I can't touch the wall, right? So I can put signs up everywhere, right?
No,
it's fucking Halloween.
Aaron,
I'll put up some
Aaron, you
cute
rent-
little pictures.
You rent the unit, right? You rent the unit. If you want to put posters up, whatever, inside your place, right?
Yeah,
You're more
no.
than welcome to,
Oh, I will.
right?
So then I'll paint it on the inside of the wall. Is that what you're saying I can do?
Well, you're responsible for any damage to the house, right?
No, I don't damage shit.
If you paint the inside and you...
But if I can do it
Yeah.
on the inside of the wall, right, officer?
Yeah, but you
So
have to
I
put
will
it back,
paint
right?
it backwards on the inside of my window. That sign is going up, Jan. Okay?
That's fine. And we'll put
You
a
like
flag
that?
on the outside.
Aaron, what are you doing?
Putting my middle
that
finger up
watch
to
you
these
don't
fucking
fall.
psychopaths.
You're video recording yourself giving people the finger. How smart is that?
Oh, come on. Do you think I care about this?
How
It's only
smart is
certain
Finger.
evidence that's good.
This finger. This is hilarious.
Thank you, Aaron.
This is a real nice touch. This is a real nice touch, Jan.
Get down there, buddy.
I really love it. Are you proud of it? Are you proud of yourself?
Aaron.
Are you proud of yourself? Well, I'm asking
Clean it up.
questions.
Please be careful. Be careful there, Aaron.
I will. You knocked the bucket into me. Watch where you're going.
You got this one?
Jan, I hope you're proud.
Yeah, absolutely not. He's already done enough tormenting.
What was that, sir?
Aaron, you can stay there.
Well,
buddy.
he made a
Whatever you
comment
want.
about my tormenting.
Yeah, you
Can
can
I
make
have a
comments.
description of what that is?
You can make comments. You can make comments. Right?
I would like an example.
What do you want?
Oh, you don't have one?
You're going to bring that hose. There's a leak in that hose.
Yeah, there should be.
Watch it doesn't get you wet, officers, please.
Thank you. Aaron, if you're unhappy here, why don't you just move?
I am.
When?
Yeah.
I'm suing her first.
Okay.
There's shit at the tribunal. There's 3 things.
Yeah.
And this is the human rights issue now. You're just so stupid. Like, it literally just comes off with a dry cloth. What a mess. Now you're getting that all over the brick. Now you're getting that all over the brick. You guys are animals. No, they're not my bricks. I don't own this fucking shithole.
Why don't you just leave sooner? You can still sue.
Oh,
if
you're saying this is my fault?
No, I'm saying you can
Are
still
you blaming
sue
me,
and do
officer?
whatever you want, but if you're not
Are
happy...
you blaming me, officer?
I'm not blaming
said
anyone,
that.
officer.
Oh, he just told me why don't I move?
Yeah, you said it was a shithole.
This
so we asked him, why don't
bitch
you
is a
move?
fucking psychopath. I can't wait to put this on YouTube.
Go ahead.
Well, you're a disgrace.
A disgrace
You're
to
bleached
what?
out, bitch.
I'm bleached out.
Calling yourself native?
Oh, you.
Help me. I tried to die because of this landlord. I am Métis. I am autistic. This is active genocide. Help. Active genocide. Watch my video on this landlord. Help. Erasable. So here are my statements of claims. This is David Russell. He's first. He was the one that forced me into anal sex for payment of rent at 17 years old, or threatened me with eviction and all these other things. This really traumatized me a lot. The police did not protect me, and I reported him, and they did absolutely nothing. Jan Sadie is the current landlord that I'm dealing with, and all of that is on a Google Drive. The evidence speaks for itself. I'm suing her for $11 million. Because of all the issues with landlords, I'm also suing the Ontario Landlord and Tenant Board for $3 million. I've been sexually assaulted. I've been abused in every single possible way, and they continuously allow the protection of the perpetrators. I'm also suing OSAP, Ontario Student Assistance Program, for forcing me into sex work to get my degree, and all of the other things that happened while I was there. I'm also suing the financial aid and various ministers of the education, both liberal and conservative. Also the Boys and Girls Club. I was molested by one of the workers there. The CEO didn't care, and the police let that person go. And this is some trauma that holds on forever, and there are so many reasons why people are silent about this, and so many men. Stantec is my employer. I'm also suing them. They destroyed everything in my life that was left to hold on to. I don't even know how to repair myself from that. Court papers. You can't deny it being served.
Shut up, Aaron.
I'm gonna mail a copy to your lawyer too. Are you...
Weirdo.
This is from the Supreme Court, you know.
I have nothing to say to you.
Aren't you worried? Aren't you worried?
I am not worried.
So you want me to just
Shut up, Aaron.
threw it in my face. Oh, is she gonna try and run me over again? Police are on the way. Oh. Police are on the way. 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 You can't do this, Jen. Police are on the way. The police are on the way. The police are on the way. She's evading the police. She's using her vehicle as a vehicle. You can't do this, Jan. There is a huge lawsuit against this woman. She's threatened me. So I'm shaking. My heart rate is like really high. So, but yeah, that's where she hit it. So, Diesel Demon, you wanted my landlord to finish the job in using her vehicle to do what exactly? Kill me? Is that what you're asking for? We are lawyers of the Defendant Law Society of Ontario. In above reference action, we hereby request in writing that the order be made under sub-rule 2.1, staying or dismissing the above reference actions as appearing on its face to be frivolous or vexatious or otherwise an abuse of the process of court. So I made the courthouse take my claims based off of a series of accommodations. Like, I can't understand the forms. It's made for an elitist society, and I'm arguing to make lawyers obsolete and the entire justice system accessible without lawyers. Here's the stamps. And finally, my MP. Does everybody remember my big long video about suing the Law Society? I'm just... So my lawsuit against the Law Society of Ontario is active because I have been denied access to an attorney. I have contacted multiple attorneys across the province, cities, various places. As soon as they look at my file, they see a few things, a few very stigma-associated things, such as the sex work and my autism and a whole bunch of other stuff. And lawyers completely ghost me. Some of them are so hungry for a case, like they're calling me starving and like foaming at the mouth for a case. And then I get back to them, I show them my discovery, I show them what I'm doing, and they're like, ghost, disappear, like that. And then I ask them, like, you're gonna give me a reason why you can't help me? And they're like, I don't have time for you. And so I send that to the Law Society of Ontario. They tell me that they're not discriminating. I have like 10 lawyers that I've sent to the Law Society of Ontario with regards to discriminating me, telling me that they're available to take a case on the Law Society. They are open for cases. They look at my case and they tell me they don't have time, or they ghost me, or they tell me, some of them have told me that they don't have training in autism, or they don't feel comfortable taking on my case, but they know somebody that does, and they'll be like, they'll refer me to someone who has mental health training. I contact them, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I've got, you know, my doctor, I've got like my PhD or whatever this in psychiatry, but they're like, I'm too busy, I don't have time for your case. Or they'll be like, yeah, I've got all this mental health training, but not in autism. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I filed a complaint with the Law Society of Ontario. They don't give a shit. Their referral system doesn't work. I've cold called lawyers across this board, across this place. doesn't work. I have really exhausted my efforts at trying to find representation for my lawsuits. I have gone to them, giving them everything. I have gone to lawyers, giving them one thing at a time. So I mean, like, I would go to an employment lawyer and I'd be like, here's my lawsuit with my employer. I would go to another lawyer and I'd be like, here's my one with my landlord. Nope, still don't have time for me. So I'm like, at this point, over it. So I'm filing a lawsuit against the Law Society of Ontario. Various members refused to contact me and give me solutions to this mess. And I've had enough. Okay, I've had enough. I'm about to get gas, and I'm exhausted from this entire fucking situation. So the Law Society really has done a really good job at ill-training lawyers. They're not trained on autism. They're not trained on 100% of the population. There's a huge deficit, and I'm going to sue them and to make it better for everybody. So lawsuit 1. I've had a lot of issues trying to find a family doctor. Same thing with the lawyers. They tell me they don't have training with autism, or they tell me that I'm too much work and they don't have enough time for a patient like me. One doctor even said that I only have time for easy patients. So I've had a lot of difficulty finding a doctor. At one point I went into the hospital about my suicide, and everybody was like, go into ER, you'll get help. I went in there, I went with my huge list of problems that have been building up since I've been trying to find a doctor, and now I'm suing the London Health Science Centre because they refused to help me, refused to treat me. They told me to go to Healthcare Connect, whom I've already exhausted. I told them that I was not leaving until I had all of my issues resolved, and they called security, told me that I was trespassing. I refused to get off my bed until I was treated. I asked for a second opinion. They ripped me off my hospital bed, and because I refused to leave at the first beginning, they decided to pin me down on the ground with my head fucking face planted on the ER floor in front of the whole ER. Was surrounded me, staring at me, looking at me, and they just ignored me screaming for help. I told them that I would go, to let me go. I was begging to be let go. The security guard had continued to enforce their their knee onto my chest until I almost passed out. And it was like a minute of hell being trapped on the ER. Went in there for help, and I left with a bruised rib and severe trauma. I've never been so traumatized in my life. I don't drink. As soon as that happened, I was doing all these fucking pharmaceutical medications that I got, and I was drinking like wine as soon as I woke up because it numbed my pain. It hurt too much to cry because my rib was cracked, and it was really hard to overcome what that was. So I'm suing the LHSC, I'm suing the Healthcare Connect system, I'm suing the Ministry of Health for everything that they did with the coronavirus, for misleading people, for not providing evidence, or really providing conclusions over inconclusive evidence, and really proving that they want to control the population through vague narratives and things like that, and provide a lot of fear and paranoia, and hide people from actual things that will help them feel safe, like actual treatment remedies that people can use to avoid the hospital and treat it on first day of symptoms, instead of running around asking if they're getting tested and shit like that. It's just a huge mess. So good luck, healthcare system. I'm coming for you. So I'm suing the education system. Why? Because the entire time that I was in school, the Ontario Student Assistance Program refused to let me work to make enough money as a mature student with a disability, a dog, expenses. I was 27 years old. I was working for the bank before. I could not afford school for a very long time, so I worked my way up the ladder to be able to get to a point where I could go to school. And then as soon as I started school, I realized quite quickly that that was only for the most privileged, and no matter what I did, I would never be privileged enough to go to school. First year sociology class, learning find that through polls, the entire class's household income was pretty much over like $75,000. Like my mom barely made $15,000 a year, and like I was homeless by 15. So I really didn't get a chance to go to school for a very long time. And when I finally thought that I had enough money to go to school, when I was making like $40,000, $35,000 a year at the bank, I thought, okay, maybe now is the right opportunity to go and pursue my dreams. Well, OSAP did not let me make the money at the bank. I had to take on under the table work. Quickly, I realized that that was taking up most of my time to work on school. So I needed to find some way to find to pay for the food and everything like that on the table, because I was slowly realizing that I was going to have to drop out. I soon started doing online work on Chatterbait, collecting money from there, and sugar daddies and things like that. And throughout the entire university experience, I had to rely on survival sex and things like that. I was living out of my car multiple times, and it was a very, very traumatizing experience. When I finished school, I got the best job out of school. I was working for a global design firm, and the student loan department refused to work with me, gave me $100 off on a $550 payment. My expenses out of school at a global design firm. I required a car. I required all these things. My employer did not give me enough money to pay for everything. I told the student loan department, this is my disposable income. I'm like 200% total debt ratio with the student loan. I'm like, $100 is going to be enough. I went to my minister. I went to everybody. They all laughed at me. They all was like, this is the best you can do. The minister of education at the time, who was, what's her name? Thunder Bay girl. Anyways, she was like, let it go to collections. I let it go to collections. And then the new minister was like, oh, well, we can't do anything now because it's in collections. Okay, so now the student loan department was like, also, didn't work with me at all, was still calling me while I was living out of my car. So I'm suing them hard. So I'm taking down the Ontario Landlord and Tenant Board as well. Why do you ask? Oh my God. Why do you think? Negligence. I could have almost died. Okay, there is also an issue with my landlord. You can watch the videos on YouTube. Please take a look. It's called Landlords Gone Wild. I have lived in about 35 places my entire life, probably more than that. Only about 5 of those landlords I would really consider suing. We all deserve 100% consistency. And I think every single landlord and homeowner that makes money off of somebody else's human right, that they should be governed by Title Act. They should be insured. There should be like a lot of new regulation, which requires them to be, examined and regulated. Should they defer or deter from those regulations, they should be revoked. And we're looking at actual licensed, land managers or property managers. Now, an investor can own a property, but that property manager needs to be licensed, and they need to be fully equipped with all of the information and possible violations that may be out there when it comes to 100% of the population. So we're talking about people with disabilities, we're talking about people of color, we're talking about every single person out there, old age, young age, So I've required the Ontario Landlord and Tenant Board to look at a lot of these accommodations. They've really ignored a lot of the things that I've said. They've tried every single way possible to avoid my evidence. They've given me every single roadblock and obstacle possible. They act like some of my requests don't even come in. I've asked for them to respond to everything in writing. They refuse to do so. They're treating me like I don't even exist, really. I've had this active lawsuit against my landlord for almost 2 years now, and it shouldn't be. Okay, I've sued a landlord before. It takes a couple months. The fact that they've been using Corona as an excuse to deal with, to fuck up with people's lives. Housing is a human right. It's an essential service. The Ontario Landlord and Tenant Board should never have even reduced services a little. Okay. In fact, because of coronavirus, they should have been able to catch up completely. All right. The fact that people are, not insured with regards to coronavirus and things like that when it comes to, emergencies, that is the system's fault. The fact that these homeowners don't have an emergency bucket that are able to compensate for their income when all of their income is from property, okay, that's not my problem as a tenant during an emergency. All right, do you understand that? Because if I was a business owner and my restaurant got closed, it's not the customer's problem. So here's the thing. Rich people sue rich people all the time. It's so common. Our premier of Ontario just sued a media company for like $11 million. Nobody bat an eyelash, okay? But when a poor person sues a rich person, all these rich people get their feathers ruffled and are like, you can't do that. You don't have any merit. You're entitled. Blah, 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 blah. I got this letter as I went out to get some more medicine for myself tonight, and this was like after all day dealing with medically assisted and dying or whatever, and then sleeping all day and talking to friends about them seeing that voicemail and like having to like reassure them, like everybody's like, anyways, I cleaned up a little bit to go to the store, but like, look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's like my two favorite colors. Totally frivolous. I am really shocked that they would be so stupid. I really almost feel like taking it out on Tony here and suing him for discrimination as well. And he is a perfect example of ill-trained lawyers who think that they can use, words to get out of accountability when I have evidence and they're refusing to look at it. To think that a lawyer in Ontario can throw out a case against the entire Law Society of Ontario because at face value it's frivolous to him, when no one has looked at the evidence and they all refuse to look at the evidence. There's 100 gigabytes of evidence, and even if they did look at it since the time that I served them to, now to disregard all of it and not allow any of it to go to court, I think it says a lot. I think it says that they're quite scared and they're willing to look as stupid as possible to get away with what they're doing. Is there something on my face? Is there something on my face that says, like, that you think that you're smart enough to do this to me? Is there something, like, on my face that says stupid? We are lawyers of the Defendant Law Society of Ontario. In above reference action, we hereby request in writing that the order be made under sub-rule 2.1, staying or dismissing the above reference actions as appearing on its face to be frivolous or vexatious or otherwise an abuse of the process of court. They're telling me in this letter, that they are requesting to dismiss my entire case on face value. Every single lawyer that I've talked to has told me that they don't have time for me and have told me when they are available. I go to the Law Society referral program to lawyers that are available. They look at the face value of my account and tell me that they don't have time. They are discriminating against cases. Now we have the Law Society's lawyer telling me that they won't even look at my case because at face value, it's all a lie. I mean, it really doesn't get much better than this. They're literally proving my narrative with the very defense. They're not even considering that they may have made an error in how they regulate lawyers across Ontario. Now, let me tell you this. I have gone up every single step. And to find out who regulates lawyers in Ontario, I've gone to the Canadian Bar Society and all that. They all tell me to go to the Law Society of Ontario. I've complained about multiple lawyers. They've done nothing. So I'm like, well, what are you going to do? You guys don't regulate lawyers. You guys aren't training lawyers properly. You're allowing them to, pick cases based on the best dollar per hour, and that's not justice. And they're also exploiting their clients by, suggesting things that might not be in their best interest. I have a stack this big of evidence of lawyers that I've dealt with, and I've never had a good experience. I've always had to put them in their place and tell them, no, this is exactly what I want. I'm paying you. Let's get this clear. I know what I want. Let's get that clear. And no, that's not the direction I want to go. And they give me trouble. Okay? And that's not how services go. They get paid $300 an hour. I paid my lawyer $50,000, and he directed me in the wrong way. He took advantage of me when I was very vulnerable. To think that the Law Society is going to discredit everything in my case is hilarious. I am suing them really hard for ill-training lawyers. I gave them the opportunity to make it better, and they told me that nothing needs to change. So I'm filing a lawsuit like I said I would. There's absolutely nothing frivolous about this. I gave them the evidence. They told me that they would not look at the evidence because I wouldn't hand deliver it and So all of the important details in this case related to my claims were submitted in a discovery format. I claimed that I would not be narrating my evidence. So I told the Superior Court and the court operations manager that I would not be narrating all of my evidence that is already dated and clearly stated, and I already have my statements of claims in full detail, and they'll be coming further and further closer to the dates, but the evidence is quite clear and speaks for itself, okay? So, given all of the evidence that is submitted, I'm going to be asking for the judge to be making a decision, and I will be asking for everything to be transcribed and edited, and all of the conversations with all of the lawyers and the Law Society and everything to be put onto evidence, and then for them to be making a decision. And I think there's nothing frivolous about this. So if they think that they're going to just get away with burying all of that evidence because at face value, no, actually at face value, it looks quite clearly that I have been very much traumatized by the system, and at face value, my entire statement of claim and the amount of evidence that I'm submitting before court is actually the least frivolous thing this fucking country has ever seen. So bless their little heart for trying to bury this, but I mean, I will sue whoever decides to, and I will go to the next person. I will go to the next person if I'm still here. And, I'm making sure that all of these lawsuits carry on through my estate and that the funds get donated, which is very much a thing.
What's going on?
I just have all of this evidence to drop off for my court cases that are being submitted.
Okay.
And I'm leaving the country because I've been getting death threats.
Please, do not be shocked. I hear something like this from people once a week, at least. Many people are okay with this genocidal behavior. It is in our face and hidden within policies. This man is a self-proclaimed. TikTok protects him. I am only allowed to say nice things or I get blocked.
Stay away from the other people, you hear me?
What in the Paul Blart Urgent Care Cop is going on here? Let's rewind. It all starts when this girl, let's call her Allie, is yelling in this woman's face.
Are you?
Now, we don't know why Allie is yelling, and we don't know if the girl sitting down deserved it, but I feel like in my heart of hearts, I know Allie was wrong. Then comes this absolute unit.
Stay away from the other people, you hear me?
Okay. Do you ever pick your nose?
No. Yes, I did.
You did, yeah. Sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And then do you ever eat it?
No. Yes, I did.
Yes, you did? Okay, good. All right.
That's really clever. Because I'm the one hiding behind my phone.
What in the Kentucky Fried Crack Rock is going on here? Let's rewind. It all starts with this couple, let's call them Luann and Buck, who decide to use a stolen credit card to buy a can of pop. But the store owner is suspicious and calls the fuzz. When the cops arrive, Buck says, "Fuck this pop."
Yeah. So lucky. As surviving indigenous cultures in now face active genocide on active concentration camps. Deprived enough to sell off more land, dying young.
Someone tell him that Mustache Man was inspired by the way Americans dealt with the natives when deciding what to do with the Jews. I just want to throw up. Fucking want to throw up.
This story scared me off the street. I was telling my story, and a TikTok user said to me,
"Love for sale, appetizing young love for sale, love that's fresh."
It peed on me and Megan's face, and
oh
they
my
stink
gosh,
so
you're a
much.
champ. Yeah, those urates.
Smells really bad. Yeah.
Super stinky.
This is your first time like holding a snake?
It is. I was like, wow. Hold on, let me get my glasses on so I can see it. What is that? Oh, it's a bitch.
Okay. And I'm leaving the country because I've been getting death threats. Okay. And I'm leaving the country because I've been getting death threats for what I'm doing. So I'm seeking asylum in Portugal. And I'd like Catherine to be made aware. Is she here?
Yeah, I can go get her. Just give me one
Thanks a lot.
here.
A lot of emails, but I have to drop this off at the court case at the courthouse. This is basically the entire hard drive. This is my hard drive and my character development for myself, like my character references. I've been online posting about all of these things with regards to my lawsuits against the government and the Law Society, and I've actually been getting a lot of death threats. And then one of my perpetrators, when I served her, she actually tried to run me over with her vehicle, and the police did nothing. And so I don't feel protected here by the court system. I do not feel protected here by the government. I do not feel protected here by the police. And I don't feel like the justice system is taking my case seriously, considering the immediate dismissing of my case based at face value, which is basically everything that I've been trying to prove, people judging me at face value, and here they are trying to dismiss my case based on face value. So this is not only like, this is my statement towards the court, I've done it in writing, I've come down here. This is the evidence. You guys keep telling me that you won't accept it through the Google Drive. You won't do it this way, you won't do it that way, you want to do it old school? Here's my old school. I want everything stamped and filed and submitted with my case. Great. And then I have to let the court know.
Which case is this in?
Well, this goes in all of them.
Do you have copies for each file?
No, but I scanned it all. It's all scanned. This is all scanned online on Google.
Okay.
So,
the link that you already gave me?
yeah, but this is now for all of the perpetrators that don't want to look at the Google Drive. So I have a number of them who have refused to look at the Google Drive based on series of risks, and they've tried to use that against me in court to say that they haven't received something like this, you know, so they want everything in paperwork. I'm giving it to them in paperwork, so it's going to be submitted as my discovery.
So you provided a copy of this to everybody?
Yeah, through a link. This is only partial too.
So you have to provide us with an affidavit of service as well, that you have, so you're affirming or swearing that you have provided this documentation to the parties in your case.
Yes, I did that. I did that all.
The affidavit of service?
Well, I signed it and submitted it alongside with my statement of claim back when I told you guys that I would be doing it through their lawyers, that I would be making sure that everybody was served. I've done 4 of them officially through registered mail. One of them has already responded. The Law Society of Ontario has already responded, so there's evidence that I have done this. They have all received the linkage and instructions and evidence on where to find it. And what I'm receiving is that because it's not a standard procedure of submitting evidence through a Google Drive, they're acting like it doesn't even exist. The information doesn't even exist, right? So I'm getting this like only on a couple, right? So this is basically covering my butt. They have already received this. There is actually more to be printed off, but I'm going to start with this, okay?
So here's the thing. So everything that you file here
Yep.
has to be accompanied by a document, an affidavit of service that says this has been given to every other party in each case.
I can sign that.
So that's what I'll need to accept that documentation.
Great. Can I sign it right now?
Yeah, I can give you a blank letter when you sign it and when you swear it, but you have to do that first.
So the little circle, it's all the circus hoops, right? You guys have a copy of all my statements of claims, right? Can I just photocopy this and see attached? Can I photocopy this like 12 times and just staple it to all the statements of claims and just like see attached for information, copy and paste it from that statement of claim, and then I can show you my tickets for the ones that have been registered. There's 4 that I need to do.
Right, so if you serve it by registered mail, you do have to provide that little slip that you get.
I have it.
So that has to be attached.
I have it on me.
So, but separately for each one. So if you served the documents differently.
I can literally just write it on each one.
But yeah,
The tracking code.
I don't know how many have affidavit of service that says you.
We'll just do it for one for right now.
That's fine.
And you have proof that Law Society has been served.
I don't have.
And they have defended it. They've dismissed my case. They've asked the Judge Dunphy to dismiss my case.
Okay.
So that it's been sent to me in writing that they've received the letter. They've responded to the court within the amount of time, and they've asked to dismiss the entire thing based on face value.
Have they done that? Like, did you get?
No, now I'm responding to that within 15 days by providing my evidence in paper, as well as showing that this has been provided and putting it into the court. And I've also provided my letters to Eric. I made sure Eric knew. Do you know who Eric is?
No. So
I don't know his last name.
So I don't know what court location that is that the Law Society has brought that motion to, but it's not here. It's not London. So I don't really know.
Well, I sued them through you.
Yeah, but I don't know. They filed a motion, the 2.1, is that the one you're talking about?
To dismiss it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that wasn't filed here. I don't
That was
know.
in Toronto.
Okay.
So can they file that in Toronto?
I don't know.
For the London case?
I don't know.
You do know.
I don't.
But you're not allowed to tell me.
I don't know what they're doing.
You're just not allowed to tell me.
That's not the case.
That you need.
And if that's what you gave to the Law Society,
I have, yeah, 100%. I've given it to them multiple times, actually. And this is...
fill that out there too, right?
I'll just get it my... So a lot of people I know moved to Canada to escape dictatorship and find a better life here in this country. Over the last 2 years, I've watched so many people that I know who moved here to find a better place move back home to their home country because of the dictatorship in this country, or the racism and their lack of privileges bestowed upon people who are immigrants. Like, people don't realize that when you move here, they don't treat you like people here. If you're not of a certain class, or if you can't speak English, or if you look a certain way, you're actually deprived quite a lot. And I see all these people moving back to their homeland, and I find it really interesting. Canada, you are broken and pushing people out of this country now. Hi everybody, I'm at the Scotia Bank downtown, and they're telling me that I can't deposit this check. I'm not recording you, I'm recording myself. I'm recording myself, hello. I am trying to deposit this check that I just sold my car for, and the branch is telling me that I can't sell my check, I can't deposit it without a hold. Meanwhile, I'm leaving the country on Monday, and they're telling me that I can't deposit this check. I'm just creating a video for TikTok, and I'm only one in the video, so you can't tell me I'm recording customers.
Okay, it's fine. We've called Foot Patrol. They're going to come and help you leave the branch because you're not able to do that on your own.
I'm asking for explanation so that I can record this for court. No, I'm asking you for it fully now. So why won't you deposit this cash?
It's not cash. It is a piece of paper.
This is a draft, a certified draft from RBC. This is a money order.
Then take it to RBC.
I have never had issues cashing a money order in my entire life. This is the first time I have ever had issues cashing a money order.
Okay, it's time to go.
Tell me why you're putting a hold on this money order.
Because that's
Do I
our
look high risk to you?
That has nothing to do
What
with
is the
that.
risk?
The risk is you are allowed access to, how much? $200.
Why?
Because that's what you're approved for.
I want to prove more.
Then you may make an appointment.
I want to make an appointment now. I'm leaving the country on Monday. This is an emergency.
Okay, well, we won't be able to see
I need an
you
appointment
on
right now.
Monday.
You're branch manager. Take my appointment right now.
I'm not sure why you think you can talk to me this
Because this
way.
is a service that I pay for.
How?
Excuse
do you pay
me?
for my time?
You guys take all of my service charges and you're paid by the hour. You're given a salary. And last time I checked, when I worked at both branches in TV Canada Trust, the branch manager took on emergencies. You don't have appointments all day, specifically for people like me. Now you're gonna tell me you don't have time for this emergency?
I absolutely don't have time for this at all. So it's
I'm
time for you
autistic,
to go.
and this is an active meltdown. So are you gonna discriminate me against my active meltdown too?
I'm not sure what you think you're accomplishing by this. but
Where's my money?
It's time for you to go.
Let's go. And I need, no, none of my accounts are closing, by the way, because there's money deposited. I need an appointment for this woman right now.
I'm not sure how you think that's going to make any difference to what I just told you.
I want it in writing that you'll decline this. This is the branch manager. I want this in writing.
To film customers.
I fucking hate the people in this country so much. Everywhere I go, people tell me that I'm too much. And I'm like, they tell me to calm down, and I'm like having a fucking meltdown, and they fucking kick me out of everything. Everybody fucking tells me to be someone else, and I can't be someone else. I fucking hate this world. Hi, my name is Aaron O'Neill, and I'm at the Toronto airport. I tried to get out of country to save my life, but they've refused me, even with a negative test, with autism, surviving COVID, having that test as well, and I'm still denied access to leave this country. They're refusing me, even though Portugal says it's okay. Portugal does not have any problem with my test. It's only this Pearson airport who has made this oppressive state, and I'm going to go and kill myself tonight. So, I can't get out of this country. I'm autistic. This country commits genocide against people like me, and I'm going to kill myself tonight. Reference letters. Reference letters. Look at this. Excellence. Just excellence. Excellence. Reference letters. Outstanding. Oh my God, look at my reference letters. Look at how I study, you know? These are study notes. Like, I don't fuck around. Here's my mom's passport that they refused. My mom's passport. Here's that poem, resume. Here's my thesis that I put down, my portfolio, my assets, okay? Assets, applying for residency, medicinal costs. Here's that stupid fucking lawsuit. Look at this lawsuit. Look at this release. What, an application for my visa? My landlord cutting down the missing, murdered, and Indigenous women dress that is put up on my tree to make awareness of the hate against Indigenous people. And she's got clippers right now. She's about to clip this dress down. Oh, she just looked at it. Look at you, you colonizer. You are cutting the braids off. You are literally erasing my culture in this city right now as we speak, and you're laughing. And she's calling it good stuff. Yeah, good luck, sweetie. I braided that on every fucking limb. Enjoy. And I'm gonna put it right back up. You hear? You hear? I'm gonna put it right back up. Oh, you put it in the puddle? Oh my God, this is so funny. You just enjoy hurting people. Like, what do you think you're doing? I have not allowed you to do this. This is my property. That's my property.
Hey lady, regardless of what you
This, can you help me? This woman has harassed me. She has hit me. She has run me over with her vehicle. And this is her boyfriend, her little bully right here.
Yo, regardless of what you guys believe, we can fuck along.
She just cut down that indigenous thing.
Grow up, you two. Jesus Christ. Please get better with your time and fucking bother this guy.
You think this is funny? You think this is funny, hurting me? Do you? You're laughing. You're a fucking psychopath. You enjoy hurting people. Would you kill baby children? When you kill animals when you were a kid too, you fucking psycho? Get the fuck out of here. No, not you. Thank you so much for helping me. Thank you so much for helping me. Yeah, you're gonna get the fuck out of here.
16-year-old girl, get out of here. No, you're right. Come on, buddy.
You fucking psycho!
Dollar bin Jerry Garcia.
Please watch my videos and contact the London, Ontario Police Services. My name is Aaron O'Neill. I have contacted them in reference to all of the violations with regards to my landlord. Please look at the videos on my wall. Her hitting me with her car, damaging property, hate crimes, discrimination, so many different things. It's all been documented. Please take a close look at my videos. If you support me, please give the London Police of Ontario, the London Ontario Police Services, a phone call, and please report this hate crime. Report these crimes. Report this criminal. She needs to be put in jail, and the London Police Services think this is a joke. There's not enough pressure. They don't think they also don't think that they're responsible for it. I just had a 3-way call today with the Ontario Land Tenant Board and a police officer, and the 3 of us discussed a solution. Now, the Ontario Land Board told them to do the criminal stuff. Okay, please help. Please help. So I actually woke up to my landlord trying to open my door, and it was really loud, and I came out. When I saw him at the door, I didn't even notice this. But look at this. They almost got through. He was actually pushing to open my door, even with this chain on. Huh. This is what I'm dealing with, people. This is my landlord. I was sleeping yesterday at 11 a.m. when I heard this. And I'm just shocked to see that little piece of metal. Like, he must have been pushing really hard. And like, I woke up to that. Fuck. I do not feel safe here. So I'm at the office of the Prime Minister. Hello? I went to a walk-in. They said they can't do it. I went to a walk-in. I have it recorded. They don't do it at any walk-in clinic. Hello?
Hello? I saw you. Can you please help me? Can you please help? I don't know what to do. I tried the walk-in. What's next? It doesn't work. What's next? You guys are open. Hello? This is my member of parliament. This is an emergency. Please help me. I need to leave the country. Please help me. It's an emergency. Please help. Help. Help me. The walk-in clinic does not work. What's next? Please tell me what's next. What do I do? Help! Call the police then!
Please leave a message for Friedman, AJ. To speak to an operator, press 0. After the tone, please record your message. When you finish recording, hang up or press the pound key for more options.
Hi, AJ. You want me to make a decision within 6 hours, no time, and you haven't called me. You guys haven't talked to me. I'm recording this voicemail. You've refused my emails. You've refused my evidence. You've refused my Google Drive, my YouTube video, statement of claim, all the evidence that was dropped off at the courthouse, the paperwork that was printed off, and you want me to respond to you by 3 p.m. today for a 1-hour time slot with the court? Is that what I understand? Hello?
This is a message for M.R. Aaron Hackey from MJR Capital.
I thought that was him calling back. Fuck. It's fucking collectors.
Please leave a message for Friedman, AJ. To speak to an operator, press 0. After the tone, please record your message. When you finish recording, hang up or press the pound key for more options.
So AJ Friedman is the lawyer here who served the papers on March 16th. I'm recording this voicemail. I'm leaving for you, AJ, and I'm going to post it onto YouTube. You are asking to strike my claim with using only my emails that I've sent to you. You've not returned my emails. You haven't called me. You haven't spoke to me. You've refused the evidence on the YouTube, on the Google Drive, and all these other places. And you're telling me you have enough information on file to dismiss this case? Is that what I'm trying to say? And you want me to just follow you like a dog? Is that what you want? While I get treated like this? Nobody's asked me what I want. You're telling me that I need to appear before the court on March 25th because you decided to dismiss this without any evidence, and you want to hear back from me by 3 p.m. today, but you won't even pick up the phone to talk to me? You won't even pick up the phone to talk to me. Why? This is the lawyer representing Stantec. They are assisting their client obstructing justice. Stantec has obstructed justice since 2018. The moment I talked about obstruction of justice, they got a lawyer in 24 hours after waiting for 4 years and then bragging about obstructing justice on a video recording and multiple times in email. And this is their best option, is to dismiss it with a bunch of emails. The laziest fucking dismissal I've ever seen in my life. They literally just copied and pasted a bunch of my emails and sent it to the courts to dismiss it at face value. And this is the Denton law firm. This is the quality of work that they have.